Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME, and welcome back to another episode of Lacuna. Last episode, we were basically talking with the chief and Gary, I think his name was. I forget names a little bit here. We were talking to the two people from CDI because there was a sort of like advertisement from the terrorist organization that was what was the name of the terror org? The Savians, I think it was, or I guess no. The Savian is like the sort of like faction type of people from where they're like a description of who they are, I guess. I think Gary said it. I think at one point we're still here in this part of the city. I believe it was AdSpot. Yeah, we're going to AdSpot to kind of get into to that space to figure out who the heck sent that whole advertisement about the group wanting us to give up on the Gara Drovian relationship thing. I think was the story there. Yeah, so we're getting there, and Gary's gonna meet us ahead of time, though he said he's gonna take a smoke before going there, I guess. What was the group's name? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the group name was. I believe Gary mentioned it, but I just don't. Chief? No. Gary. The Liberators? Yeah, the Liberators. That's the name. Okay, I want to make sure I remember the name because I think the Liberators is going to be more often shown up for not just only like dialogue pieces, but also like other things. But yeah, we're technically 49%. I booted it up for a new session, so it's like 49%. So we're almost there to the 50% mark. So we're kind of almost halfway through this game, I guess I'd say. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We're just trying to look into the Liberator. We interviewed or interrogated Boit, the bald guy who shot Banny dead. So yeah, we're just essentially going to this place to just try to figure out where Zora went, because Zora was the partner of his that he was. Can I smoke here? It looks like an ashtray there. It looks like. Oops. Looks like an ashtray there for me. What is that sound? It just sounded like so creepy. What is this? Looks like somebody shattered a window or something here. Oh. Officer Wong. Was this a different... There's a different officer, but it's not this lady. It was a different lady, I think. Like a blonde lady, I think. And he seems pretty nervous about his boss. Hey, Conrad. Sorry, it's been a new session, new day, a new week rather. So I do apologize if my reading is a little off on the charts here. Hey, Conrad. This is Officer Wong, my colleague, Neo Conrad. Thank you for filling me in, officer. We'll take it from here. Conrad, the security guard who called the police is still inside. Let's go talk to him. He works for a security firm named Cox. That's a funky ass name. That was contracted by AdSpot to monitor their offices at night. I already informed their CEO, Albert Cox, about the intrusion, or rather his secretary. She told me that he's been at a business meal since 17:30. 5:30 is what it 5:30 p.m. But she said that she asked him to return to the office for a questioning soon. First, let's hear what the guard has to say. Okay, so it's a different guy again. Oh man, there's so many characters in this game that I have to like try to make individual voices. Sometimes I might have to share some voices though, because it might get very annoying. I'm not panicking. You are being careless. I want you to promise me that you stay home today, okay? Oh, the officers are here. I'll call you back later. Good evening, Mr. Brown. We need to talk. We need to ask you a few questions. Officers, I really don't understand how it happened. I was just getting a coffee in here, and then... I mean, I can't have an eye on all the rooms at the same time, right? It wasn't my fault. Calm down, sir. We're not accusing you of anything. My boss won't be happy at all when he hears about this. Could you tell us what happened from the start? The broadcast began at around 18 o'clock, 6 p.m. Where were you at the time? As I said, I just had my hosts at the front desk for a short break and was having a coffee in here, man. I heard the sound of shattering glass, and I ran looking for the noise. When I arrived in the server room, I just saw the broken window and the video played. The video was playing on the screen. I stopped the broadcast as quickly as I can, and it just took a few seconds. Hold on. That they managed to climb in, log into the computer, and start that video within a few seconds. It seems that way, I guess. Did you see anyone when you entered the server room? No, it was just empty. I went to look outside, but they were already gone. So to be clear, the video could have only played for a few seconds. No more than 10. And if you stop it here, it immediately stops everywhere. Yeah, the screens across the city just mirrors the one in here. Look, my boss will say it's all my fault, but I swear. Okay, thank you. That's all for now. Conrad, I'm sending a sheet to your cell. Have a look around and see if you could find out who started that broadcast. Sheet opened. The broadcast. So we got a new sheet to fulfill. The video broadcast was started by Brown Chen Moore Cox. Brown Chen Moore Cox. Okay, so we got 4 suspects in our list here. Okay, so we can interrogate him again from now. I'm wondering if there's a sig spot. Sorry, I'm immediately thinking about the cigarette spots. Ooh, okay, this would be my thumbnail probably. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe not. Who knows? I mean, so far I think this game's difficult to work with when it comes to thumbnails in this one. Come to me when you find something. Okay. Sir? If you need any help, I'm here. Okay. I mean, nobody should be exiting or entering this place, so. Alright, we need to scan this. It looks like someone smashed the server room window. And there's a computer here. This must be the computer they used to broadcast the video. Okay, so that's 2 clues right there. Oh, new message. Dating Elite. Wait, what? Is this a spam mail? I'm so confused how the spam mail got into my game. New message, Dating Elite. Neil, a new message is waiting for you at Dating Elite. Make sure to check it soon. The Dating Elite team. Oh. Please don't reply directly to this message. If you want to contact us, use the form on our website, datingelite.gh. Contact us. So basically, Neil was trying to look for a new relationship, but it seems like he just hasn't gotten much in his feeling about trying to go for something new, I guess, maybe. Or maybe I just choose not to. Alright, so we got the computer, we got the window. We got 3 more clues around, but still not sure where the other spots are. I don't see any staircases up or elevator going up. I'm confused. Is there a staircase to look for the next thing? Oh, no, we need to go outside, isn't it? Let's see. Can I go outside and check to see if there might be a way in to a higher ground? I kind of like to explore other things first, though. Ah, right. I did see this in the beginning here. There's a lot of glass lying on the side outside than inside. Oh. Oh, that's a very suspicious thing to do, I guess. Yeah, because it seems suspicious that you would have the glass outside than the inside more often. That seems kind of like, I feel like Brown might have done it. Who knows? I mean, Brown was the only one here, isn't it? Unless there was another person inside and they just... come on, Brown, man. Brown, why, dude? Why? Why do you have to be the guy who stupidly did this? Okay, there's 2 more clues that we haven't found yet, but... Alright, here we go. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything you want to know? What is your relationship with the boss? Honestly, I can't say he likes me. I think he's been looking for a reason to fire me for a while now. I think I only got the job because of his top men vouch for me. I see. Anything else you want to know? About tonight. Did you leave the building at any time? Only one time when I went looking for the intruder and I just came right back out. Or came right back. Did anyone enter the building except for you? Just me and whoever started the broadcast? Can I go home soon? My wife's Savian, and after that video today, I'm afraid you have to stay a little longer and help us find the people behind all this. I feel better if I was with her. Called her earlier and told her to stay home, but she wouldn't listen. I see. That's all for now. So he has a Savian wife. A wife who is a Savian. Which makes things tremendously worse, I feel like. Oh, there's another thing I can scan here. I didn't realize I can scan that thing. Wait, what? Hey, Sato, could you do me a favor? Oh, of course, shoot. There's a presence sensor at the entrance of AdSpot's server room. Any chance you can pull its data from around the time that the broadcast was started? Give me a second. I'll check. I'm sorry, I'm just pretending like he's typing. I got to access, but the sensor doesn't store any names. However, I could provide you with a list of every time someone passed through that door around 18 o'clock. Great. That would be helpful. Alright, sending it to you now. Remember that the sensor reacts every time someone uses the door, no matter if they're going in or out. Got you. Talk to you later. Alright, so that's a thing. So, list of presence detector entries. 1756 says a lot. 1801, 1802. AdSpot facility, LV business center entries. Dude. So the broadcast happened at 18 o'clock, right? And somebody was already in here 4 minutes ago. So this is entrance. This is the detection of entries, not exits. So someone did enter. So there's a possibility that it's still Brown, Mr. Brown, but it could be someone else kind of walking in there. There's a little bit of skepticism from my end that it would be Brown, but who knows really. So somebody entered in at 1756, and then somebody else entered at 1801, and then somebody else entered at 1802. So I'm guessing 1801 and 1802 was kind of like Brown. If it was Brown, that is. If it was Brown at 1801, he would enter just to see what the hell happened, because somebody broke in it, and so somebody was already in there, and they got out by breaking out of it, not breaking into it. So maybe Brown, when he said breaking in, is his assumption that they broke in from the thing. Let me see. What did Brown say? Looking for the intruder. 18 o'clock. They began at 18 o'clock, okay. Took a few seconds. So, okay. I went to look outside. So, 1801, he went in just to see what the hell happened and turned it off. Oh, no, he went in, looked at the broken glass, went out to look for the person, and then a minute later come back in just to turn off the thing because he realized, oh crap, no more than 10. So that means that he did turn it off after a minute. Around at least a minute. So Brown wasn't lying. It's just the fact that he didn't really say if it was broken into or broken out of. Let's see. I heard a noise, shattering glass, and I ran into for the noise. When I arrived in the server, I saw the broken window and the video playing. I stopped the broadcast as quickly as I could. It all just took a few seconds. either someone went in with him, or he went outside first and then went inside to turn it off, because he definitely didn't seem like he turned off the broadcast the moment he came in. He turned off the broadcast after realizing that outside it was broadcasting it, then he went inside. So that's kind of what I think is coming. That's what I think is going on there. Okay. I mean, I can't really say that. A presence detector registers everyone who enters and leaves the server room. Okay. We got one more clue we're missing. I'm not sure where that is. So I'm gonna walk a bit to see where we have what we have. Nothing here. Okay. I want to make sure I got everything in the clues, but it looks like there's nothing much here, unfortunately. Yeah, because it seems like somebody shattered the thing in... Oh, there's a thing here. Didn't realize that was a thing. Security information. This is an AFIS A420 door card scanner. People are logged every time they pass through the door. The model doesn't distinguish between people entering or leaving the building. So it could be enter or exiting. Records from the thing. Between 4 o'clock to 19 o'clock. So we're looking at more like these things right here. So security services. So he went out for a break, as he did say. So that's 17 o'clock. He came back from his break at 17:56. And then 18:02, which is him going out to check on who the hell shattered the window, I guess. Yeah, there doesn't seem like there's any... I'm just thinking, like, there's not a lot of people who went in this time frame. So the person must have been inside already. So it would be like... This is exiting. I'm pretty sure this person exited for his break. And he came back. And then he exited again and then came back in. Maybe? No, but then... 1801... There's something to do with 1801 that I'm just not understanding. 1801 and 1802 going into the server seems to be a weird anomaly. So somebody might have disguised themselves, broke out of the thing at 1801, maybe? Oh, maybe the person went in. Somebody who used the Cox security services at 17:55 went in immediately into the server room to probably activate the thing, and then went out, tried to go out, found out that the security guard was coming in at 18:02 probably, and then immediately went back indoors. So like they went out and then went in at 18:01 because they spotted the security guard in the front entrance and realized, holy crap. They go in, shattered the window to break it out. The security guard went in at 18:02, checked to go to the server room at 18:02 because he heard the shattering window, as he said. And then in there, he saw that the thing was playing, turned it off immediately for a few seconds, and then went out of the entrance to see who the hell, if he can catch the guy at 18:04. So I don't think Brown is guilty in this case. I think somebody went in but used his security card. So I need to wonder who the heck asked for the security card much earlier. But it could also be the fact that they entered at 17 o'clock. But I think this is actually the Mr. Brown taking his break. He probably has a 1 hour break or something like that. So that is kind of the curious part for me. So that's all the clues that we got. Okay. It's a really interesting setup, but it's all about the details. And I think this is the hard part about this game is there's a lot of things you have to think about detail-wise, but it's like hard to know exactly if you are good at deciphering details. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything else you want to know? I saw that you used the door card to enter and exit the building. Yeah, Cox Security has 2 door cards for AdSpot. This one and another one in the locker at our office. Only our boss, me, and the other guard assigned to the AdSpot can open it. They're not personalized or anything. We just grab one at the HQ before we come here. Who is the other guard? His name is James Moore. He's been working for the boss for a long time. We alternate shifts here at AdSpot, and today's just my turn. I see. That's all for now. Alright, so that doesn't stop Brown from being a suspect still, because he still has the card, but if his thing is truly that and he's still here telling us that information, I think he's less likely. His chances of being the guy that is the suspect is lower, so now it's down to Moore and the boss, who knows about the key card that could be used. So we'll need to figure out where the hell Moore is, I guess. Because Moore isn't here at all, so that's going to be the other guy we have to do. But it could be totally a third person outside of the boss and James Moore, whoever this guy is. I need to talk to Gary, isn't it? I'm trying to figure out who I need to talk to move forward, because I don't know where to go from here. I think it's Gary. Let me double check. No. So what do you want me to do? He has no more information. Oh, can I go this way? No, I can't. Yeah, because I see a ladder on the side, so I'm just kind of curious where the hell I'm supposed to go. It really is kind of strange that there's no pathway forward. I'm going to go upstairs all the way to see if there's any pathway forward up there. Yeah, I'm so confused. Okay, what is my objective? Actually, that might tell me. Submit the sheet. Oh, you really want me to just submit the sheet? But... Oh, right, because the information said the boss would be far away, eating his lunch, right? So that means that the only option we got is Moore. Yeah, because the only option we have to choose for this... I don't know why we're actually selecting this without even having enough information, but... Moore is the only person we have that is on hand. Who the hell's Chen? I actually didn't really catch the Chen person. I wish I could see the information again. There we go. Chen is the CEO. Okay. But the CEO already left, because they said that he had a lunch at 17:30, which is 5:30. And then the security guard that left was at 5. I'm gonna say it's Moore. I mean, I got no other lead on anyone else. Brown already said all he could, so I'm just gonna say Moore. I don't know, you know? There's not a lot of information left I can go on. Besides Moore, I guess. If I get it wrong, I guess I'll get it wrong. I mean, it's just probably what it is. I took a look at the broken window. There's a lot of glass lying outside than inside. I'm pretty sure that it was smashed from the inside, not the outside. You're saying that they broke the window to get out, not in? Exactly. I think that whoever started that broadcast walked in through the front door, played the video, smashed the window, climbed through it, and ran away. Why break the window at all, then? Probably to conceal the real way they got in. If our perps entered through the front door, they must possess an AdSpot door key. That leaves us with a limited circle of suspects, apart from that employees of AdSpot. 3 people from Cox Security have access to door cards as well. Cox himself, Brown, and his colleague Moore. Moore works here as well. He and Brown take turns in surveilling the facility. Any ideas which of them started the video? Yeah, someone with a Cox security door entered the building at 17:55, shortly before the broadcast began. It can't have been Brown. He passed by the door 3 times since he arrived, which places him inside. Couldn't he have climbed back in through the broken glass to avoid the scanner at the door? The door got scanned 3 times. But the exit out the building scanned was 4 times, which is an odd number. So somebody could have jumped in, but why would he get out, like, twice in such short time, I guess? I don't know. You know what? I don't care at this point. I already submitted it. I can't go back. No, that's evident from the data at the server room door. Saito pulled it for me. There's another scanner there. Only 2 people have access to Cox's door cards. James Moore and their boss. Cox has been at the business meal since 1730, so Moore is the only suspect left. Good work, Conrad. I'll send a unit to arrest him immediately. You and I should pay his boss a visit and see what he has to say. Should be back at his office by now. I'll send you Cox's address. Get to the train and I'll meet you there. Roger that. I guess I got it. I don't really know. I really didn't know if I got it or not. It's really highly difficult to know. I think that this game has gotten a lot more stressful with me in this case, that like in the case that the answers could be really just wrong or something. Hey Saito. Neil, good news. I managed to crack the cell of that businessman, Abraham Gonzalez. I found a deleted message that is extremely interesting. Seems like someone hired him to fetch the data module on Gahara. And here's the kicker. The message was sent from the Mercurius network. The what now? The Mercurius network is only accessible to really big companies. They have to be publicly traded and count more than 10,000 employees. What's more, the message was sent via a highly encrypted channel of the network. Those are exclusively accessible to high-ranking executives. That means that whoever sent this message to Gonzalez is someone high up at a big company. Not just high up, it's practically has to be the CEO. Good job, Saito. Sounds like a solid lead. I'll forward you the message and a list of all the companies in the solar system that matches the criteria. I am also opening a sheet about who is behind the Liberators. Oh, and one more thing. I also managed to extract a message from the sniper's cell. Looks like he sent it to the woman who stole the data from our chief. You might want to look at that as well. I'll forward it to your cell. Copy that. Talk to you later. Sheet opened. The Liberators. Alright. So I'm guessing we got like a bunch of things, email wise. I'll check it out now, I guess. Oh god, no! There's so much information we gotta find. Alright, the name of the company listed behind the Liberators, is Blue Sky. Wait, that's an actual freaking website this time. I can't believe Blue Sky is actually an actual company name. There's an actual website now, which is even funnier in my mind. Hamera, Glover Mining, Milex, Happy Cow, Black Mamba, Amoli, Nasal, Hanel, Wajabi, Hanabi, Dyson, May, Pharma, Gustator, How many companies are there? Beyond Body, Brain Tech, Proxydike. God, that's a lot of companies. That's like about 10 companies there. What the heck? How am I supposed to know? They're based on Droviagara or Femis or New Joran. So that's 4 locations. They belong to which sector? Mining, food, technology, biology, mining, food, technology, biology. So there's 4 choices there. And specializes in computers or cells, meat, talenium, plutonium, research, robotics, surgery. Okay, so that's like 7, 8 different options there. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Okay, I see. This is a whole lot. I guess this is easier if you know what the companies are, I guess. Like, if the idea is that you think that the company did it, then it's easier to just look it up here and then fill it out from the rest. But it's hard because there's a lot of companies. I think it's likely that they are a Talonium company. It makes more sense that the Liberators would be part of that, considering that it seems like everybody's at war because of Talonium, or at least some sort of mining situation. That I don't think that the Liberator would be ridiculously on the sort of like high-tech side or the biology side, because it's not about biology. Like, there's no biological problems going on, and it's not about tech, because tech is technically shared in a sense. It's just usually about the resources. A lot of times in real life, people are constantly fighting because of resources. That's the funny thing in my mind. And it's not guaranteed, obviously. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. Like, it's not a constant guarantee that it's always because of resources that people go to war against each other on it, or have rebel groups of sorts. It could be about land and territory, which in some cases play into the role of resources being the key point for contention, the key point of friction against two companies or two countries or whatever, two type of people. And it could just be a relationship thing usually. So it's not usually biology. Biology is whatever. Food is sort of a resource, but I think that food are less likely if there's many options, like fruits. As you can see, fruits is a thing there. Or meat substitutes. Like, that's not usually something you would go to war with. You instead trade for those. So it's really just mining and the resource of Talonium that makes more sense to me personally in this case, which is these two. But otherwise, I think that there's not a whole lot of reasoning for... Yeah, and there's more Talonium stuff up here. So there's not really much that you can go on, I think, in terms of every other option. Companies that could be behind the Liberators. Okay. Forward our deal, Saito. Mr. Gonzalez, as promised, I'm sending you more detailed instruction for your mission on Gahara. Pause and read this. I'm not going to read I'm going to skim read this a little bit before we move forward, because I don't want to bother reading it for the next episode. Or maybe I should read it in the next episode, because I think that it would be nice that way. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go into the thing, and then I'll read it in the next episode again, and then let you guys kind of catch on to that. Gara? Paloon Market, I said? Sounds like there's some new news. Some new news are out here somewhere, I feel like. Alright. That'll be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna read these two things, our deal and sorry, again in the next episode, because I think that it would be nice to kind of start that off as a fresh take for the episode for you guys, less for me, because I actually technically play in really weird sessions. So I might take a break and then well, not in this particular session, but future sessions, if there ever comes to it, where I'm just like a week later I'm done with like the session after the next episode, and I might like end up having to forget some things, but yeah, I mean, well, who knows. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Roz out.